a Christine Dunstan production and a starry night. Turns, 22nd to the 25th of June.
The story of Turns is basically about a man called Alistair Moncrief, who's a man of my age, and his mother, who is probably heading towards 100 years of age. So it's safe to say she's probably dying, and it's safe to say she's probably losing her marbles, but she's having a wonderful time doing it. So she claims to have had a life in showbiz, you see, and so most of her waking moments are spent reliving the glorious days of her stardom on stage, you know, personally and privately, on stage and off. Now, while she is retracing this, while her life is flashing before her eyes and her mind is wandering, Alistair has to keep check on her, because he's not only her son, he's her carer. So when Marjorie does die, her name is Marjorie, when she dies, Alistair is left with some enormous problems that Marjorie has left behind her. One of which is he has to somehow come to terms with the woman that she claims to have been, but probably wasn't. So that's it. That's all I'm going to tell you. Now it's a musical comedy. I like to call it an entertainment, and it stars Nancy Hayes and myself. Now, Nancy and I worked together here in Canberra in My Fair Lady a couple of years ago, and we enjoyed our association very much. And unfortunately, in our careers, we haven't actually come together on stage as much as we would like to have done. So this was to redress that terrible sort of lack. Tom Healy is directing. The choreography is by Karen Mortimer Johnson. The costumes are by Matthew Aberline. The scenery is by Cliff Simcox and James Brown. And the lighting design is by Trudy Dalgleish. And overseeing the musical side of it, because there's lots of singing and dancing in it, is Michael Tyack. He's our musical supervisor, and he's currently conducting the orchestra for Mary Poppins in Melbourne. The style of the show, the performance style, is a real kaleidoscope of all the sorts of theatre that Nancy and I are linked with and love, genuinely love. So there's pantomime, there's noddings to burlesque, music hall, vaudeville, there's a slapstick comedy, there's grand guignol, there's macabre theatre, there's black comedy. It's just this wonderful mélange, I suppose is the word, that allows the artists that Nancy and I are to get up and do our stuff. You know, we'll be up there doing what it is we really like to do. And with the help of all of those wonderful creative people, I think we'll carry it off.